What's up, Aquarius? Welcome or welcome back to the Oysters. I just want to see if this music is too loud. Hold on. Hopefully that's okay. Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, I hope that you plan to stay a while. Today is Wednesday, October 15th. I almost said the 14th, so something about yesterday maybe. It is presently 8:07 p.m. Hi, I know that it's been a little second, so I have some channeled messages for you guys. We're gonna pray over this space and then pop into it. Lord, I ask that you continue to cover and protect us at this time. Allow me to connect with Aquarius Collective and whatever it is that they need in this moment and moving forward, keeping them feeling confident, safe, protected, loved, bright, and shining in their spirit now and always. May we receive all of the messages clearly and accurately for their best and highest good. In Jesus' name, amen. So I know it's been a little bit of a second, not like super long, but I was in a process of doing like anniversary readings because it was the 1-year anniversary for the Oysters. But then with transits happening and things taking place in my own life, I had to halt and pause on that. 8:08 here on the clock. So 16 Tauber, we're back at the perfect timing for you guys. I'm just now noticing that on the cover of what I'm looking at, he has a number 10 on his jersey. So that is also significant to your reading because you do have justice energy coming in here, as well as us being in Libra season, which is justice energy, your fellow air sign. And we just passed the 10-10 portal for October 10th, which was massive energy, on top of the fact that Pluto has now entered a new transit after being in a retrograde pause for 200 years. So the next 6 months are going to be extremely transformative and life-changing, like polar opposite from what you've been used to. And Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. We're going to be heading into Scorpio season starting on the 22nd, 23rd. So that energy is really prominent now. So I would see where Pluto lies in your birth chart and see where that level of activation is taking place for you guys. Super important. So I have a lot of my own transformations happening. I released a project. I have a lot going on, really good energy. So I'm excited to be back here for you guys. Let's get it popping. First and foremost, there is something about your left hand. If it's not your left hand, there is a feminine energy whose behaviors have sort of backfired on them towards you, meaning if they had, ill intentions or sort of just like mischievous, malicious, whatever it is, even if it wasn't vocalized, those sorts of thought patterns and their manifestations of that, because that's what manifestation is your thoughts. That's been halted and they're not getting their way in some sort of capacity if that's not you and your left hand just being shaky in itself. So whatever that is, if it's not you, there is a nervous feminine energy here. Something about your story changing, and then I also wrote a dynamic is changing, but those are two separate messages. Under dynamic changing, I was hearing water ice, which is from like New Jersey area, but I know that people from Philly know it as well. So something about, going from water to ice or ice to water. Again, something about our dynamic changing there. I'm seeing it as by way of conversation and emotions. And then going back to your story is changing. I was hearing you're changing your tune, which was mentioned in the Sagittarius shadow boxing reading. So I'm going to link that in the description here. Something about a phone call, an incoming phone call could be significant. I was hearing the song Angora Hills by Doja Cat. That could be significant to you. I do feel like there's someone within your energy who's definitely in love with you. I don't know if you know that or it's been expressed, but it's definitely understood. I just don't know if it's fully been communicated. And with that vibe, I was hearing Bidi Bidi Bum Bum, which is by Selena. And Selena is an Aries, so you could be dealing with an Aries. You could also be dealing with a Libra, a Scorpio, a Virgo, or a Cancer. I do see something sweet for you guys coming in. Somebody could be planning something for you. I don't see that it's happened just yet, but it's definitely on its way. I also was making cookies today. I love to bake. I'm a huge baker, specifically at my parents' house, but I don't do so much in my own space. So something about that is also significant. Like I was getting that as spirit cooking something up for you, but it's very, very, very sweet here. You might want to listen to the Pisces, embarking on whimsical waters. Your guides have the biggest gift for you. That could be significant now, as well as cinnamon rolls. The places London, New Jersey, Mexico, Puerto Rico, or the Dominican Republic could be significant. Someone is wondering where you are or what you're up to. Sort of like yearning for you, if you will, but whomever this is, I feel like they are someone who's like a big fan of The Weeknd, the artist. Finding out information soon. That energy is coming up again. That is justice for you though, and then the opposite for someone else. So I do feel like something coming in is exactly what you deserve, and then on the opposite side of that, someone's sort of being affected by it in a way of being stung by it, not really getting their way, being sort of in frustrated energy, or just things not really working out for them because maybe they wished you ill, or whatever that is, that is coming towards you. Confirmation, throat chakra there. Yeah, and then I wrote someone not having something work out for them, because I was seeing the Justice card, like I was shuffling and the Justice card fell on the floor and the Ace of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. So that's about a major communication, a major yes or truth coming in, but then Justice falling on the floor. So like it's a yes for you, a no for someone else, or like a good job for you, good for you, bad for them, or sucks to be them, something like that. I don't know. You'll know what that is when it comes in. My crown chakra is itching and my hair is really not dirty. Check the dates, October 21st and September 22nd. Something about a difference in a day. Those days are a day apart, even though it's 2 separate months, but October 21st and September 22nd, I would check in your camera roll, your pictures, your notes, voice recordings, whatever it is, see what clues you have. That is going to bring you back to this reading as confirmation. And for that October 21st energy, it could have been, it is for last year, obviously, not this coming October 21st. Hold on. Okay, yeah, confirmation. I'm gonna give you a list of names. If you are on this list, I feel like you guys are dealing with a player. I was hearing Mamba number 5. Your name could be Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, or Jessica. If that's not your name and you feel like you're dealing with a male who's in like shady energy, you're dealing with other people, that could be the name of someone that he's also dealing with. For sure, confirmation. I was hearing, ooh, like some, like as me snitching in that way, screaming. Set an alarm for 7:17. You'll be getting confirmation of this message or of the change that's coming in for you. That is Wheel of Fortune energy, karma, justice once again. If you guys have been in an isolation mode, I feel like it has certainly increased your power for sure. And that would also go back to the last Aquarius reading. You're being called on a divine assignment or divine journey. If that message was for you, then so is this message of being in isolation and it increasing your power. There's something about someone trying to like hack your accounts or find information on you. Or maybe they're just speaking about you to other people, but you're going to be made aware of this if you're not already. Like there's something that's loud, or there's clues, or there's proof, or there's something. And then I wrote this a while ago when you guys were supposed to have your reading come out, but then there was a pause. So there's a lot that's been happening collectively anyway, but there is a message for the collective, not just your energy, but you guys do represent like the humanitarian and the collective sort of vibe. There's something about the White House bringing out information soon, or we're going to hear information about the White House, and it's something that they've tried to mask. Like there's something that we're not supposed to know when it's going to leak or something like that. And then your last message here, I was getting something about the movie Drumline, but specifically the scene where the guy was going against his roommate to try to like get his spot back. Like there was something where he lost his position because of the fact that he wasn't able to keep up. He couldn't stay on beat and someone beat him out of that position. Well, then the scene goes forward and he's able to get his position back because he's now ready for it. So there's something about, again, maybe even that isolation sort of energy, you guys taking a break from something, isolating, removing yourself from a certain scenario, mindset, circumstance, and now coming back to it. And in your coming back to it, you're going to be in better energy, more successful, and able to promote yourself. Spirit is promoting you here. So let's see. Also something about you guys having, maybe you like bit your lip or something, or cut your lip. Okay, let's see. Aquarius. Ooh! This is crazy. Truth card at the bottom of the deck, because when they told me to grab this deck, I was seeing the truth card. So anyway, truth at the bottom of the deck, throat chakra here at the top of the deck. Listen to yourself for sure at this time and what it is that you're feeling like the right moves are, the right decisions are to make. Because going back to the isolation period, changing your space, I feel like you guys are very keen on details right now and your mind is not steering you wrong. You're in a very healthy space. Like the Aquarius is, if this is for you, you're going to know that it's for you. Shuffling for Aquarius. It feels very clean. I'm seeing the Febreze air spray, but specifically the one that's the clean linen scent. Some of you might have just did your laundry. Yeah. Yes. Heavy on doing the work. Like you're ending something 100%. There's something about like a faulty energy, a faulty mindset, faulty movement that sort of was in conflict or competition with your spirit. And if this is something that was happening and that you took the time to actually acknowledge, going back to your last reading, you're being called on a divine assignment, you are now moving into a position where your physical is changing. Whether that's you taking a break, changing your habits or patterns, whatever it is. The two cards that came out first is the obstacles and challenges card, which is a spiritual card in the purple. And then your spiritual strength card, 5 to 9. Between that is 4. So definitely a strong, firm foundation from going from here and believing in your spirit, believing what spirit is telling you, only going off of divine discernment and making sure you're listening to your higher self and not steering away from that, getting out of your ego. And it's bringing you to the 9 here, which is material harvest. And 9 is right before a 10, which is Wheel of Fortune, which is what we've been speaking of. So you're right on the brink of something happening there. And then remember, yes, with your confidence, you're feeling much better now. The beginning, we had that truth card. It's like they're just now, I'm hearing show them, so hold on. In that card, it was like about to go into a portal of something. So I feel like you guys are about to enter some new level of success here. 1 second. What? You've escaped something. Like wherever you were going, like you mentally shifted your mind, you shifted your reality by way of several things. And you're now going into a new life. Here we go. Judgment energy. See, it's like you're here and then you're about to be here. This is the portal that you're going to enter. So maybe not the 21st, because go back to the 21st of October last year, October 21st, 2024. And then October 20th of this year is when that sort of flips. So that when you walk into the 21st, that new world energy, you're going to be in a completely different position in comparison. You'll be able to look at the two days in unison, October 21st of 2024 and then now of 2025, and see a major difference. Let me see, confirm, Spirit. Yeah, something's flipping. I don't know if you just saw that card do a complete 180. The name Samuel could be significant. Yo, literally, because you removed yourself from something. Emotional withdrawal. You removed yourself from something to get out of your emotions, to be able to see clearly, stand in your power here, number 8. And at the bottom of the deck, y'all, is 21, universe, new world. On the 21st of this October, it will be completely different from the 21st of last year, but that shift is happening specifically on October 20th. Yes. Yes, you go from being in this space of like confliction, being conflicted and having friction, to then being clear-headed and being able to understand your thoughts, understand your truth, because you have more confidence in you and where you're standing. I'm just trying to see where they want me to go next. Okay. So this is gonna go into that changing your tune energy. I feel like your dreams are starting to come to life, so pay attention to your dreams. You're definitely going on some sort of new voyage right now. Like you ended the one you were just in and now you're entering a new one. Queen of Swords, yo, as we start, that's your energy. Let's get it. Shuffling for Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. I'm hearing Light Seer. If any of you do read or pull cards on your own and you have that deck, certainly pull it right now, like at this time during this period, because there's messages in there for you as well. But overall, you're in your energy where you're being able to see from a light perspective. Please go back to the Sagittarius shadow boxing with your opposite reveals what's missing, because I specifically speak about changing your tune. And this is the card that I was speaking of when I was talking about that. So confirmation there, you have 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. 1 second. Heavy on your mental shift, causing a physical shift. You have 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and you have 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords. Your stability is increasing while your anxiety is going to be decreasing at this time, for sure. If that hasn't already happened, you can also tell that like there's a lot of green here, which is a lot of earth energy, and then there's like a lot of darkness here, but the numbers are decreasing in these cards and they're increasing here. Your money might start changing as well if that's something that you've been worried about. I do see that that's increasing. Yeah, you're going I just see Spirit taking you on a trip. It's almost giving vibes of like Aladdin on the magic carpet. 7-7 right there. Even this music right now, it sounds like you're like on vacation in a different vibe, something like that. Hold on. You've worked really, again, if you're in this energy, you know you're in this energy because whoever you are, you've been working really hard, like very hard for you to get out of an energy of feeling like you're working hard and not being appreciated. You're putting in enough effort, but you're not getting anything in return. You're breaking your back, but you're not being appreciated. Like, it's tit for tat and that sort of energy, but you not being recognized appropriately. You've put that weight aside because you know that that doesn't belong to you. Ultimately, you know that if you show up for yourself, you show up in the way in which God and your spirit guides are aligning you to, and you're proud of that and you listen to that and what's healthy for you, you can only remain in healthy alignment. But when we start to overextend and try to impress and be in our ego and want to have certain things because we feel like we're supposed to have them, is when things start to get a little bit more confuzzled. And so you're really releasing that and allowing yourself to get into this place of fulfillment and a lot of action, a lot of change happening pretty rapidly, and getting out of this Eight of Swords. Like, this bird is genuinely trapped in all of these swords that's around it. I'm hearing that surrounds it. So your environment may have also changed recently for you to get out of this headspace. And also, like, if you look here, it's like this energy is plaguing everything around it so that this bird can't get out. But then all of a sudden you see this rainbow bird and it's like, oh, you know what? That does give me hope. And knowing that I don't have to live in here, I can be out here. And there's that shift that's taking place for you. Yes, the Chariot. The Chariot, getting out of there. Getting out of there. Something about Christmas feels significant. You might be listening to Christmas music like a little bit early, but if you're not, I feel like you should, because it's going to help you get into that really good, cheerful energy. Again, you're going from here to here. You're thinking of it, you're desiring it, you're manifesting it, and you're moving. Yeah. Anything else here for Aquarius? Page of Swords. And you're very supported. I don't feel like you guys have been making any hasty decisions. I feel like everything you've been doing has only been, again, guided. And even for me, you should always get into a habit of asking for permission. You know, ask God, ask Spirit for permission. Should I be going to this place? Is this a good decision for me? You know, are these people that I should be hanging around? Is this a habit that's something that's keeping me in a cyclical mindset? Those sorts of things without just moving on your own. Because if you have been doing that, and I see most of you are, you really are just sitting in the arms of your guides, and that is the safest place that you can be in. It doesn't mean that you're making safe decisions and you're playing it safe so much as you only making moves in the way that that saying goes, like, I only make moves if I know I'm gonna win, or however it goes. I'm also hearing you miss 99% of the shots that you don't take. So it's like that 1%, relying on that faith, even if it's only 1%, and knowing that Spirit is going to carry you the rest of the way. King of Wands. Anything else? Okay, we can move on. I'm hearing Bidi Bidi Bum Bum once again. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Also, there might be like 3 people around you, or a set group of people that you like have to collaborate with. Like, whoever these 3 people are, or whatever this energy is, comes as something that comes as like a package deal. So I'm getting it as like you and something that you have to be connected to, or you and another person or thing that also has other things that are in connectivity to it. Like, that could be like you going to a certain class. Within that class, there's other classmates or something like that. You being at home and in your house is not just you and other people. I don't know necessarily, but there is this energy of you going in one direction and you've changed again energetically on a cellular level, on a mental level. And there's something about trying to keep your inspiration stuck so that you can't move forward. Ace of Wands here with the these three foxes and the devil that's behind it, like keeping it trapped. Just be sure that you steer clear of that energy because it's not healthy for you. Let me see if I can clarify any of that for you guys. 1 second. High Priestess. It's also for you guys if you feel like you're in any situations where you know and can tell that those people, that person, that place loves the love that you give, what you pour into it, but they don't necessarily value you. And that's clear as well. Let me see. Yes, it's something that has been a part of your life that you have to remove yourself from. The devil in reverse. So it doesn't have to be toxic in your space. You are perfectly capable and in the space of not being attached to it right now. So if you come across it again, just because there are good memories here, just because, you know, it was once a nice, safe space, don't go into it now thinking that it's the same thing, because there's definitely, just as you've changed, this has also changed. Like if you look closer, there's also rats in these cups here, which is so crazy. And rats represent like holes in your home, and your home could be anything. Anything that's cozy to you. The Lovers, that's about a choice and a decision that you need to make. Yeah, 8 of Wands, and not continuing to feed and to communicate with whatever this energy is. Page of Swords, confirmation. It's like definitely hold back in terms of what it is that you want to say, would say. It's also not worth it, I'm getting. And I'm also getting an energy of play dumb. Like, it's kind of that thing where somebody's trying to tell you something about yourself when you know that that's wrong as it is. And sort of being in this energy of like, okay, I'm going to just let them have it because I know the truth of the situation. Yeah, that's just something that's not on your team. Hasn't been on your team for a long time. Moving forward, because I am again getting that bitty bum bum energy once more. So I do feel like that's about the love interest or something that's in your orbit. I don't think that you're aware of how much it's interested in you. I almost said invested in you. So if it's not, you guys aren't invested in each other just yet, I do feel like that's something that is very front of mind. I just got really hot, so heavy on that Aries energy again. Oh my gosh, the Hierophant and the Chariot. There's something that's changing within a dynamic for sure. For sure. For sure. All right, let's see. Shuffling for Aquarius, bitty bum bum energy. I feel like my camera is about to cut off, so I don't feel like this is even something. It feels like not really a surprise, but like peeking just a little bit into it. I don't feel like they're really gonna let me get too far into this. I can just feel it. Shuffling for Aquarius, bitty bum bum energy. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams and believe in whatever this is. I feel like there also could be a level of doubt within you yourself, and that doubt is going to feed into the reality. So spiritual strength here within your mindset. Make sure you're believing in what it is that you want, especially when it relates to this. Love begins because it's about to. That's also the number 9 card, and you have 1, 9, 10. It's pouring in for you, but these are 2 different hands. 2 different hands, 2 different sleeves. You both have to work together in order for you to believe it. You cannot be in conflict and defeat here. And then you have positive movement forward right after that. Oh my gosh. And then you have partnerships and alliances right after that. And then you have fashion ignited right after that. And then you have triumph right after that. And the destiny card right after that, y'all. I cannot. And both of these have so much fire in them. And with that energy, remember I said Bidi Bidi Bum Bum was in Aries. So if this isn't like a divine masculine coming in for you, take it how it resonates, masculine or feminine energy. Energy is energy. And we don't judge here. So gay, bisexual, whatever you are, you're 100% a beautiful person. First of all, let's start there. But you do have someone that's coming in as a match for you in that way, who feels the way that you feel. So believe in that. And if that's not somebody who's immediately in your orbit, even though it feels like this is active already, that's definitely coming in by way of you're changing your scope of perspective and reality. And so let me see if they let me get anything else on that. That is crazy. I'm genuinely hot as hell. I'm hearing a bell, so it's definitely time, whatever this is. I feel like you're like one of those good ones that I'm hearing they don't make them like you no more. Knight of Pentacles. This is reminding me of like when the cow jumps over the moon. Like, no way. Whatever this is, it's been a long time coming, but it's definitely time. Oh my God. 9 of Cups came out with the King of Swords. I'm hearing hit the nail on the head. And this is something that's like very sacred, has a long history behind it. A long history behind it, and a very, very, very can't even speak. Firm and strong foundation. This person doesn't play. Like whatever it is that they say to you, you can believe. It could be a fellow Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius if it's not an Aries. Or they just have very strong like air in their chart as well. Could be in their big 3. But it's someone you can depend on, someone you can rely on. Like if you ask them to do something, they'll follow through. I'm about to hang up. That's it. That's it. The Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Again, Bidi Bidi Bum Bum, the Aries. Let me just show y'all to confirm. Because you need the spiritual strength. Remember? We need to remember to believe. So believe in love. I'm hearing, do you believe in life after love? In love, someone's in love with you. Aries energy, Bidi Bidi Bum Bum. Boy, come on, brother. That's it. That's it. That's all that I have for you. Shout out to you, Aquarius. I'm sending you the best, the most love ever. Continue to operate in your highest self and believe in you, because you're really changing your life, and we can always do that whenever we want to. So remain a good person, remain true in your energy and your spirit and your love and your light, and all of that will also find you. Mwah. See you next time.